last night. I just wanted to show you what you can do to it. But I'm going to show you this one a little later. This pot is finished. It's got a nice shine on it. It's nice and smooth. And you can embellish it with painting. And I just drew a little flower on it, and you can decorate and put grass, whatever you want. Now, when you get to the point that you want to embellish your pot, you can get a stencil if you don't know how to paint, and that's okay. Everybody doesn't paint. I can't paint everything. Like these are birdhouses, okay. You could put it on your pot. You could actually take a pencil and draw it, or you can paint in there. I think it's easier. I don't know. When I've tried to use a stencil and paint over the stencil, it does okay, but I like to draw and then paint it with a real fine little brush. So that's just one thing, and there are so many types of stencils: birds, flowers, trees, fern leaves. I love this. It's a bird with a birdhouse. But you can buy any of these supplies at the local Walmart, and Hobby Lobby has quite a bit of stuff, and of course Michael's. Then if let's say you did a dark pot and you wanted to draw something from a magazine, you can use this transferring paper, and you can lay your pattern over it, trace around it, and then paint it if you want to, and then embellish it anyway. I took this pot. I didn't get a chance to put the varnish on it, but I decorated that last night. You can do something like this for in the house, and you probably want to go in a little bit and paint around the top lip. And you could use something like this for cotton balls or things in the bathroom or whatever. Now, what I want to tell you about the varnish: when a pot is finished, and you want these, be sure and if you do 2 coats of paint, be sure it dries real good between the two. And if you're trying to do it quickly, you can actually take a hairdryer and dry it and put your second coat on. And the varnish, I've never used a hairdryer on it, but the varnish I have a gloss finish, and just pour a little bit on your paper plate, and take your sponge, and these come in all sizes, and you need to wet that in your pot of water, squeeze out the excess water, saturate your sponge with the varnish. It's going to blow away, I know. And just go around the pot in the same way that you did your paint, all the way around it. And when you've got a smaller pot, you can put your fist in there and you've got an easy way to turn it. If you're doing a large pot, and I've done big ones. In fact, I had one that got sold here today. It had it was blue with a plant in it with redbirds, and it was really nice. But the big ones, you could kind of, you don't want to do this outside, like I said, and you probably should use newspaper or a tablecloth or something. And you just kind of guide around it, go around it. And if you see that where you stop, it left a place, just kind of lightly tap over it, and it'll smooth it in. And then get your inside, around, and I do some around the top, and if I do this inside, I do the same thing. Then let it dry, and voila, you've got a pretty pot. Then you can plant something in it, put it outside. The finish, I'm not going to say it's going to last forever because I don't know, but you could probably have this for a couple of years outside and just kind of wipe it off with water if you mud gets splashed on it. And it makes a nice little gift to take to someone that might be ill or kind of down. Cheer them up, put a little petunia or something in there.
Great idea.
Now, does anybody have any questions?
What did you glue the flowers on with?
Oh, I used a very strong glue. You can use super glue, And there's another glue that someone gave me, and I don't remember the name of it.
What about the,
But you can get all these. To embellish some of the pots, if you don't grow, you could buy these little have an adhesive on them. I can't get that out of there. Like that would stick on a pot. But you might want to put extra glue in it. Because under the adhesive is just going to, and our humidity is going to come off. And then you can buy things like this. I went into the department where they had all of the little nitty-gritties and stickers, and you can find all kinds of things, flags, stars. But what I was going to do today is I put together these little kits that have a paintbrush, a sponge, a pot, a little paintbrush, and I've read what I think it's red, green, yellow, blue, just enough paint to paint a little pot. And none of these are new pots. I wanted you to have an old pot. And the varnish. So if you would like to take these home to a kid or do it yourself, I was trying to offer these to our members, the people that are here today, if they're interested. This would be about $10, and you could take it home and give it to someone. So I could get some for you. I didn't think about that. I should have.
Beginners.
Yes.
Kids.
Yes.
I'd love to maybe 3.
Okay, wonderful. I'll get your name and address or email, and I'll send them to you.
Okay.
Great.
Sandy,
Yes.
how do you clean the brushes? Is it water
Oh,
soluble
yes.
or is it?
It's definitely water soluble. I've had paint in places. It comes off. I find that Dove works best. I put the Dove or whatever, not Dove, a Dawn, or any kind of liquid soap, and it real circle because you don't want to damage the bristles.
Yeah.
And you just work around and use your fingers, and it cleans up real good. And after about two tries, it's gone. The lighter colors wash out faster. The blacks and the greens and deep blues, oh man, you're there all day.
Yeah.
And these wash with soap and water also. Any other questions? And like I said, you could pick up all these little paints, and these are not expensive. They're like, I think, about $2.
You know, they're even at the dollar store.
Do they have them?
Dollar Tree has things like that.
And these are $3.99. Of course, I'm painting on a canvas, and I think our teacher gets us nicer paint. I don't know if there's one better than the other. You just wouldn't want a real watery paint, but it would work. It would just take 2 coats, and it's going to take it anyway.
Yeah.
So, any other questions?
It's awesome.
All right.
Great job.
Thank you.
for sharing. Would never have thought that. That's
And I'll put